That's exactly what I was hoping for. I stared at Angie. How could you not? Okay. Yeah. I stared at her, and what happened? Immediately a response. Little feelings of discomfort. And if I would have stared long enough, she probably would have said something like, "What do you want, Father?" Right? Right? That's what happens when you look at somebody. Okay? As Jesus passed by, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the customs post. So there's Matthew at this customs post. Okay, so in the Gospel of Matthew, where this is from, we're kind of on the outskirts, the location, the geographical location is kind of on the outskirts of Israel. So maybe what Matthew was doing was he was kind of collecting taxes as people were coming in to Israel. Now notice, so into God's land, you had to pay money. And not pay money to the Jews or to God, but to the Romans. But Jesus passes by and he sees him. So I can only imagine, just imagine just Matthew there working, sitting at the bench. And Jesus, now he's just staring at him. So you can imagine something is happening within Matthew when Jesus glances at him. Something's happening inside Matthew. This passage also follows the healing of the paralytic. Maybe the gospel writer's trying to tell us what is more impressive. Jesus giving a paralyzed man the ability to walk, or Jesus bringing a man to conversion? Which is more difficult? Which is more impressive? Matthew, in his position, not only is he geographically on the outskirts of the nation, he's distant and on the outskirts both in terms of his social status and his spiritual status with God. And yet Jesus passes by and he stares at the brokenness of the man. And he's constantly in movement with someone like Matthew. And he's always moving, and he's always passing by and always staring at the brokenness, the outskirts, the things that we feel are keeping us separated from God. The things that puts us on the outskirts, or we put ourselves on the outskirts, God moves and acts within that area. The area where you feel you are most unlovable by God. Whatever it is, that's where he's passing by, and that's where he's staring at with what? Not with judgment, but with divine love. As it says at the very end of the gospel, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. That God goes there and dines with you and works and moves and loves you right there. Whatever you are most dejected about, whatever you feel you need most saving and most loved, whether it's sin, a shame, a past trauma, whatever it is, right there. That's where he goes. That's where he went to this man named Matthew. And in this stare, something happened with Matthew. So much so that the divine love penetrated so much that Jesus gives the simple expression, hey, you want meaning in life? You want purpose? You want salvation? Follow me. And that was enough for Matthew to get up and to follow Jesus. That's what Christianity is all about. We say it's salvation. Yeah. Believe in the gospel so you don't go to hell? No, that's not it. It's believe in the gospel to get out of hell. Matthew's living in that hell right now. His life, no purpose, no meaning. Jesus says, follow me. And he does. He does it with Matthew. He does it with us. And most especially to all those out there, he's doing it to them too. But they don't know. They don't know what's happening, and there's no purpose. That's why Jesus sent apostles. That's why he sent eventually Matthew to tell those dejected and broken-hearted people the same thing that has happened to him. And may we, especially on his feast day, not only do it for ourselves and our lives, but for those like Matthew who need to hear that same message. May God bless you.